I recall an affair I had with my boss 8 years ago. On 2 occasions, I had sex with him in the office. In the morning, Arokutu. After being intimate with my husband before leaving for work.
An ova of a female is being fertilized by more than one sperm cell from different fathers. It happens. And it can occur basically within 24 hours. During ovulation period, men should try, no matter how hard it is, to satisfy their wife so that the wife will not go outside. It's not their fault. They are moved and the husband cannot satisfy them. Having twins with different paternity is as a result of infidelity on the part of the woman.
Is it possible for men these days, because we're having
this avalanche of paternity fraud all over the place?
All over the place. So, is there any way man can determine from the womb, the DNA of that child?
Well, what I can say is it will be very difficult to determine from the womb, except the child is given birth to. But a red flag is this: you have a yellow child, or a fair in complexion child, then the other one is black, or they don't look alike. It's a red flag.
Welcome to a new episode of Insight with Agatha, where you get to share a problem with Auntie Agatha. My people, what would you do if you discover, as a man, if you discover that baby you cherish so much isn't yours? My name remains Agatha.
And I am Moji Alaya. Welcome to the show.
And I'm Wanze Collins, aka Dare Gold. Welcome to the show, and let's have some fun as usual.
Okay, we're going on a short break. After we come back, Moji will introduce our guest and the topic for today's discussion. Welcome back from that short break, Moji.
Well, we have a special guest in our midst today, in the person of Dr. Daniel. He's a renowned medical practitioner. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma.
I said ha. How many times?
3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
This thing, will happen, I never seen it before. Me or
Nothing new under the sun.
This one, it passed me. It passed me. This person said, "Dear Agatha, I never thought it's possible that twins born on the same day, few minutes apart, could belong to different men." This one. How many wonders do we have? 7 wonders. I'm in the middle of this huge scandal. I don't know what to do, as my life and those of my children are crumbling before me. The truth of the paternity of my boys was revealed when my husband took them for DNA as part of requirements for our relocation to Canada. The thing with Japa don't cause, Japa. Now then they know. They go carry 3 children, go embassy. Now only one could be authentic. The truth of the paternity is funny on my boy. At first, it didn't make sense to both of us, fearing that the fault could have been at the hospital. We assumed we were given the wrong baby, since the results of his blood group and genotype were completely different from mine and his father. But my husband insisted I also take a DNA test to clear every doubt before we go external. I recall an affair I had with my boss 8 years ago. On 2 occasions, I had sex with him in the office. Hey. In the morning, àárọ̀ kùtù. Hey.
Morning tea.
Morning tea. Oh, serve organic morning tea.
Now you
serve me. Collins. Yeah, you go see now. After being intimate with my husband before leaving for work. Oh, my gender. I feel now.
I should not feel.
Agatha, is it even possible for two different men to impregnate a woman on the same day? Well, that would be a question for a doctor to answer, whether it is possible. I'm so confused right now as my husband has left the house. Ah, gosh, sorry for you, man. And he's asking through his lawyer, not so fast, for a divorce and custody of my other son, that is his. He has told his family members who are supporting his move and calling me names as they have never liked me.
How would they like you?
My parents too aren't forthcoming for me. I don't know what to do. Please help me. Cynthia.
Okay, we have gotten to the bus stop. Sir.
Yeah.
You've heard.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible.
Scientifically, medically.
It's medically, scientifically, and technically possible.
Okay, now tell us scientifically, medically, and technically possible. How possible?
Though this scenario is rare, it's something that is rare. It doesn't occur all the time. But the medical name is called heteropaternal superfecundation.
I won't even bother to pronounce.
Yeah, it's important we know that. It's called, the medical name is heteropaternal superfecundation.
Wow.
Yes, heteropaternal superfecundation. Let us break it down. We have heteropaternal.
Yeah.
You know, from the word homo and hetero.
Okay.
You know, we are looking at the different paternity.
Yes.
Yes. So heteropaternal means different fathers. That is heteropaternal. Then superfecundation means more than one egg. Okay. You know, we have egg, we have ova, we have ovum. Egg is the same thing as ovum. But when we are talking about more than one egg, or more than more ovum, we talk about ova. Yeah. So it means when an ova is being fertilized, an ova of a female is being fertilized by more than one sperm cell from different fathers. It happens. And it can occur basically within 24 hours. But let me explain how it is. Maybe I should just break it down.
Yeah.
Let me break it down so that we can understand. There's what we call menstrual cycle. There's what we call ovulation.
Yeah.
You know, the menstrual cycle is around 28 days. That is an average 28 days. Maybe, you know, when you are talking about menstrual cycle, it's being measured when they start your previous menstrual period, when the blood starts, till the next one when the blood starts again. From the previous one to the next one. So it takes about 28 days. It can be lesser or more than that. Yeah. But now, when you look at that, the ovulation takes place around the middle of that 28 days, which is the 14th day. Now, that is the 14th day. Now, you have the fertility window is 5 days before ovulation, ovulation day, or 1 day after ovulation. So during ovulation is a process in which the egg is released from the ovaries that can facilitate fertilization from the male sex cell, which is the sperm. Now, when a woman ovulates during a particular menstrual cycle, now it is rarely possible that more than one egg may be released. Let me give you an example. Some people will have triplets, quadruplets, and they may not be alike. What happens is that more than one egg, 3 eggs, if you have a triplet that is not identical, it means more than one egg, 3 eggs are produced, and the man release sperm maybe 3 times or more to fuse with those eggs individually. But when you have a triplet that are identical, it means the sperm fused with the egg, and after fertilization, only one egg. It broke inside 3 parts, forming 3 embryos. So what I'm saying is this. Most times, having twins with different paternity is as a result of infidelity on the part of the woman. Yes, look, Cynthia was, she explained it. She said she has sex with her husband
in the morning.
As in the night. Morning.
In the morning before the husband left for work.
Okay, in the morning before the husband left for work. Then when he got to the hospital, so which means let me explain something. When egg is released during ovulation, the egg can stay 12 to 24 hours. So it means within that 12 and 24 hours, it is not possible for one sperm to fuse with 2 eggs or 2 ovum. It's not possible. So now what happened was that the husband's sperm fused with one of the egg.
Yeah.
Now, when he got to the office, the boss sperm too fused with the other egg. So, but within a 24-hour period. So that is what happened. So that is why they are different paternity. But let me say something. There is a condition that can cause the release of more than one egg. It is. Let me also explain something. Do you know that worldwide we have 19 cases worldwide? Yes. Since the beginning of people reporting different paternity of a child, we have twins. We have just 19 cases worldwide, but Nigeria has 6 cases.
Only
to tell you that is almost 32% of the cases.
Minus this one.
Yes, minus this one. Yes. So this problem of heteropaternal superfecundation is as a result of infidelity. But the infidelity happens because that woman has a condition during an ovulation called superovulation or hyperovulation.
Wow. Thank you. I was going to ask that question, how common? But you have answered it that it's...
In fact, our country, we are leading.
We are leading.
We are leaders now.
We are leading.
Of course, we are giants.
So when you have this case now, it's not 7.
So, how can a man determine from the womb? Is it possible for men these days? Because we're having
this paternity fraud all over the place.
All over the place. So, is there any way man can determine from the womb, the DNA of that child?
Well, what I can say is it will be very difficult to determine from the womb, except the child is given birth to. But a red flag is this: you have a yellow child, or a fair in complexion child, then the other one is black, or they don't look alike. It's a red flag.
For any man.
Yes, it's a red flag. Let me explain.
Okay.
You know, I talked about heteropaternal superfecundation. That is also what we call homopaternal superfecundation. The homo means different egg released, but the same sperm.
Okay.
So they may not look alike like that, but there will still be some
semblance.
There are some resemblance. But when you see, let me give you an example. You see 2 of them. There is nothing. You look at the way they resemble each other. The physique. It looks odd.
I think.
Let's look at this scenario. A child goes back in history to look like my grandfather, and I look like my grandmother.
Yes.
So it's
possible.
If I give birth to somebody that looks like my grandfather, is it not possible?
It's possible. You know, there is what we call genetics. Gene. But one thing you need to know is that there is always a transfer of the genes or trait from father to son to grandson, no matter how not significant. Let me give you an example. When you have a child that are the junior and senior children, maybe the child, the elder and the junior one, no matter how not significant, you see some traits that they resemble each other. It may be from the hair, maybe the nose, maybe the hand, You see some trait or some genes. So what I'm saying now is this. Even if the woman has hyper ovulation or super ovulation and release more than 2 or 3 eggs. Now, if there is no infidelity and the man has multiple sex with the woman, I can assure you that all the 2 or 3 eggs will be fertilized by the husband. So the woman will now have twins or triplets, but they are not going to be identical.
Yeah.
Yes, like if it is twins, we call it fraternal. Fraternal twins or dizygotic. Dizygotic.
Di meaning 2.
Yes, okay. That's 2. You know that just from the word zygote.
Yeah.
Dizygotic. So that is it.
So I would like to ask, sir, what is a super ovulation or hyperovulation?
Okay.
And you can also enlighten us on what causes these two phenomena.
Okay. Let's talk about the ovulation itself. Ovulation is the release of egg or ovum from the ovaries that the sperm can fertilize. Now, what is hyper? Hyper is just like more than one. It's more than one. So when more than one egg is released from the ovaries to be fertilized down the fallopian tube to the uterus, that means the person is having hyperovulation. But let's look at it. You say what causes it?
Yeah.
There is an hormone called follicle stimulating hormone.
Okay,
you know, we have LH, luteinizing hormone, we have follicle stimulating hormone. You see, this follicle stimulating hormone is what regulates ovulation. It regulates ovulation to make sure that everything is all about. But when it is high, when the follicle stimulating hormone is high, it can trigger more than one.
I would like to ask, can it be genetic that some women are able to produce FSH much more than some other women?
Yes, it's possible. It's possible, because if that is why sometimes it's good to look at to test for ovulation to know whether your FSH is too high, because when the FSH is too high, there is possibility.
We can also test for ovulation.
Yes, there is a test of ovulation. Yes, when the FSH is high, there is possibility. But just like we are saying, let's look at the condition that can warrant hyper ovulation. One, people that have that genetically they have a history of having twins in their family.
Okay.
Yes, they are prone to have hyperovulation.
Okay.
Not only that, there is a place in the West that they have.
There was actually UNICEF.
That's it's around Ibadan.
The Yorubas are more prone to having twins because of especially I think Ondo because of they eat more of tuber.
Yes.
That was then UNICEF.
So
Igbo, people from Igbo.
So not only that, we also have age. People that are approaching their extreme, going to menopause.
Okay.
There is a possibility that they can have more than one. They can experience hyper ovulation. Then people using this fertility hormone. They are trying to get pregnant. You understand? So the hormone they are using is to stimulate the hormonal level, the reproductive hormone. So if they are not careful, due to the rise in the hormone, they can be 2 or more or 3 released egg. Then one thing that is even laughable is the women that are breastfeeding and they are having the urge of having children. Maybe they mistakenly, you understand? So they are at a risk of
also having multiple.
Okay, having said that, I want to take you out of the medical line now. Okay. In this case, before I even ask this case, how do we help men? Protect them from women who are determined to foist other men's pregnancies on them. How do we help them? Is there anything that can be done medically so they don't end up looking after somebody's child till old age
and then finding out
This man is finding out 8 years after.
Yes.
That's number one. Is it right for him to separate these twins? What do you think will happen to them?
Yeah, I think if you look at this paternity conflict, it is expedient for men to know that one, they need to satisfy their wives. I will give you an example. Do you know that there are more, let me tell you, do you know that during ovulation period, women do have this sexual drive?
Yeah, high libido.
Yes. They even if you look at their cervix, it is always
Slimy.
like this white egg yolk, that egg, the way
small
it tends to be drawing. So then everywhere is wet. They feel like, I wish my man, and I'm tired, I want to sleep, leave me alone. So and the husband says, look at this guy that have been winning me, let me go. And so maybe the guy just half round. He's, I'm tired, Jari. Yeah, he's waking up. I'm tired. What? Maybe you get to, you just call. By the time he's going, Bro Tunji, where are you now? Come and meet me. Before you know what is happening, so a man need to know that during ovulation, for us to prevent this catastrophe, during ovulation period, men should try, no matter how hard it is, to satisfy their wife, so that the wife will not go outside. It's not their fault. They are moved, and the husband cannot satisfy them. So
he's refusing to.
And the
ladies of this generation do not.
Yes, they don't
understand.
Yes,
they just want to be satisfied.
They want to be satisfied. So okay, let me give you an example. Look at a woman that has hyper ovulation or super ovulation, and the husband, instead of the husband to go like 2 or 3 rounds, the husband just do half round, and there is 2 remaining egg.
Maybe that was what happened to this woman.
The
husband did half.
The husband did half.
He started in the night. Did this quarter, did half in the morning.
And you know the funniest thing? It is within 24 hours, because the egg is viable. The egg is useful within 24 hours.
I think
but there's another thing. There is what we call superfectation. Yes, you look at it, that is very related to superfecundation.
Please break it down.
Yes, there is superfecundation. Sorry, there is superfecundation. The other one, that's the one I'm talking about. There is superfectation. The superfectation is a process in which it is there's only one egg that is released during the ovulation period, during the one menstrual cycle, and it fused from pregnancy. You'll be surprised that by the next ovulation cycle, another egg is released. The sperm fertilized. It may not be another man. It may be the same husband fertilized. That means 2 pregnancy growing with different gestation period.
Wow.
Really?
Yes, that's superfectation.
So how does
So how would the baby come outside? Are they going to come out?
Most of the time, the second one may come out premature. Or maybe they will do CS.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's
truly amazing.
It's possible, but it's rare. It's rare. Even the superfecundation is rare. It's rare. But you were saying something that how do we prevent the children? You're saying that how do men relate to the children? Is it good for them to leave the children?
The question is, like in this situation now, the man wants to take away the boy,
the one that is his own.
And is it healthy?
It's not
for
good.
The children?
Let me tell you a secret. Do you know that majority of the cases of heteropaternal superfecundation are not reported? They die within the husband and wife. They may be having it in their mind, but they are not reported.
But this man has externalized.
That is it. Men are different. There are some men that can.
So, like, what do we advise him?
So what I would advise the man is that the man should just forgive and forget, because sometimes to err is human. I know, but to err is human, but to forgive is divine. Because you don't know the future of the child. Maybe the child that will be the heir of that family. Maybe the one that will be the glory of that family. So you can't determine the future. So what I would advise the man to do is just put them together as your child, and forget about family intrusion. Is my child, is not my child. Because I believe that when you put them together, if you remove the child from, do you know the trauma that can happen to the child? the trauma that he will face, he will feel dejected, out of this world.
Yeah, Auntie Agatha, can I say something?
Please come in.
You know, it's very easy to say forgive and forget, but we are failing to address an issue here.
Yes.
The woman's unfaithfulness.
Yes.
We don't know how deep, this has, gone. That's what do you say to that?
Yes, she has been unfaithful. We are talking about the children here. I am not saying take her back, but he can adopt that child
Legally.
And take them out of the country.
Okay.
And I want to also add, from what the doctor explained, we are not, we should look at the emotional aspects. Like, I can understand the fact that there are some women that are built differently. They have this issue called super ovulation. And when the woman is going through ovulation, it's just like when you see, this dog, they say the dog is on heat. It is the same thing with the woman.
Yes.
She'll be on it. So you can ordinarily, that woman is on it, maybe the one that is not suffering from hyper ovulation. Now you now see this one that is like she's going through hyper ovulation. So I just want to advise men, married men, sit down with your wife and then maybe try and understand her circle. I think it's very, very important.
Yeah.
That will pass this message across to married men. Understand your wife's menstrual circle. Calculate it so that you can know when the woman is ovulating. So and at that time, now you go target her. So somebody else outside will not come and target her for you, because at that point in time, she will be very vulnerable. Just like we look at dogs and we laugh at them. That is the same thing.
Do you know that this heteroovulation is common among dogs and cats?
Yeah.
Yes, it's more common. Yes.
So we are not saying that what the woman did is right, but we are saying that it could be. There's a lot. I watched some films, and there's a particular film. I love this Law and Order and CSI. My papa na policeman. So because of that, I love all those crimes. There was one particular woman. She would be so horny. If she slept with her students in the school, and she didn't even know that she was doing that because something happened to her brain. And she did it. It was when they did surgery for her and they corrected that issue that her body came down. So men, please, this is apart from maybe solving this issue for Cynthia. I think married men, please get to know your wife's ovulation period, menstrual cycle. It will do you a lot of good.
Yes, if I like that, there are apps that could also help, to monitor these seasons. So we can take advantage of that as well.
Yes,
there are apps.
Please share with us.
No, the apps that you put your finger and...
yeah.
Okay.
You see, it's always easy to blame the woman.
But the man too has some faults.
Like we've discovered now, most of the infidelities in marriages, a man fans the ember by not caring enough. It does not excuse the woman's decision to step outside her marriage. I will not support that.
Exactly.
But you see, when we come together, a relationship is about constant communication.
Constant communication. Yeah.
Because
every day
there's a choice.
Every day communicate. When you come back, that's why it's imperative you marry your friend. Somebody you can laugh with, laugh at. There are no boundaries. Oga, my body they do me one kind. If you not do this thing, it's true.
Yes.
But sometimes we women want to project this image of Saint Mary.
Don't you think the men are to be blamed for that? Women, they will
want to
say no.
Listen.
No, they don't want.
That is why communication, enlightenment, like we have heard today, is imperative.
Awareness, yeah.
We must upgrade our relationship. There's information on the internet. When things are happening that we do not understand, why am I like this? Why am I like that? God, unlike the olden days when we were limited due to lack of information, now the information is right here. And you tell the man, please read this to understand why I am making these demands.
Yes.
Why, at a particular time of the month, my sexual
during ovulation.
So the man reads and understands his responsibility at that particular time.
And what I want to add is this. I think men should measure, how will I call it, they should calculate the woman ovulation period so that they will know when they are sexual, they have this sexual drive. For example, when a man can ask the wife, when did you start the last menstrual period? I said on so day, this time around, when did you, so when they measure it, the middle of that menstrual cycle is the ovulation. But 5 days before the ovulation or a day after ovulation. So which means 5 days backward, that ovulation day and the day. So those periods, the woman will be what? Having this sexual drive. So which means it's even good that people that wants to give birth, that maybe they are looking for the fruit of the womb, this period is a very key period to get pregnant.
Well, Moji?
Well, I'll just say this to the woman. I think she should try as much as because she was the one that wrote the letter, and we have not actually answered her. She should please, Cynthia, just find a way to talk to your husband and beg, plead with him. If you know people that you can actually confide in that can assist you in I'm not saying you should go and totally externalize your situation. Well, of course, your husband has already called a divorce, but call for a divorce. But then still try and appeal to your man for forgiveness. You understand? Because you actually did wrong. It's just now that we are understanding the fact that this is the reason why this could be. You have already done wrong. And then I also want to talk to our viewers out there. That doesn't mean that when you have a child, it is only DNA that can determine whether a child is yours or not. Not the blood, because some people will go with the mindset that if the blood group, if the genotype does not match your own, or if the phenotype, that's the blood group, does not match your own, oh, I'm AA. Why is this my son AS? That doesn't count, because if your son is AS, it means that your wife is AS. So your genotype will be either yours or your wife's. Your phenotype will be either yours or the wife. And some children, they will carry the one. Most times, children will even carry the total genotype and phenotype of the father most of the time. Wow. So don't come and start saying, maybe they said it on that. The genotype and the phenotype is not a test of paternity. DNA. It is only DNA testing that is a test of paternity.
Well, Cynthia, like Auntie Moji said, you would have to just seek for forgiveness from the husband, because there is no other solution. The case is already out there. The man has even said the prayers of divorce. So, but the thing is, you can't really. It's quite painful what the man is going through, but you can, find people that he listens to and talk to them, make them understand how sorry you are, and maybe from there the man can actually have a change of heart.
Cynthia, there must be somebody in your husband's family. You've been in that family for more than 8 years. Surely there must be somebody who has a soft spot for you. Go and meet that person, to talk to your in-laws, to talk to your parents-in-law. Beg your husband, at least let him give you the opportunity to talk to him, to dialogue with him, to plead with him. I hope he listens. Good luck. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, ma.
for finding time to come here.
Well,
you have given us so much today.
you're welcome, ma.
We are more enlightened, and I know that the men too, they have gained so much from this discourse. Well, Collins?
Like we always say, we need your opinion in the comment section. Like all of our social media pages, we're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all the social media pages. On YouTube, please make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Very important.
And there's also an email. When you watch on YouTube, there's an email there, auntagatha1@gmail.com, where you can send in your letters, your issues. Please do, and we're here to help you to navigate these issues of life, because a problem shared is a problem solved.
Leave your opinion on our comment section. It was nice having you watch us today, and until next week, thank you for allowing us once again to invade your space. Bye.